To be honest, I
Two
don't
things.
like it when people
Number
say
one,
definitively
one of the
whether
creators
they
of the
come
show-
as
So it isn't canon. A canon is a heavy
Said the
ensemble.
comics.
As you can probably tell by these comments, and probably in your own mind, I don't have a very popular opinion of canon. So let's fix that. Hello interwebs, I'm Eric and welcome to The Looney Turtle. The question of what is and isn't canon has been debated to no end, and that's likely to continue in the comments section because fandoms like to disagree. Even though that may be true, let's dive into this rabbit's hole and try to figure it out. So, what is canon? According to most of the sources that I've seen, it's basically the official storyline, content that is released by the copyright holder and not denounced by a credible source. The question is, how do we find that credible source? Well, let's look at a franchise.
What's a franchise?
It's where a copyright holder gives Lego, Heavy Iron Studios, Hasbro, IDW, or various other companies the right to create games, toys, and other various products of copyrighted material. With a big franchise like Star Wars, there are a lot of licenses flying about. Depending on what license a company receives can help us determine the credibility of the content in question. Copyright holders don't want to spend their time specifically labeling things as canon because it should go without saying that when permission is explicitly given to a company, and the copyright holder sometimes checks over it before release, the things in question are canon to the universe, unless the copyright holder states otherwise. Based solely off of the content that's released, fans don't really have the power to prove or disprove something as canon because flusterclucks can and have happened in the same universe. Copyright holders may not manage their storyline properly, but that's not something that we can change. We can, however, by being fans, discussing and deciding as a group, create the official fan canon. A fan canon is the fandom's official interpretation of what is and isn't canon. Through sources that we deem credible, like a voice actor or a writer of the comics, the fans, as a group, come to a general understanding of what we want to give credibility to. Fan canon can include the merchandise, theories, or popular ships and backstories. This is a slippery slope though because it's debatable on what the official fan canon is. Take for example the MLP comics. Some of the things within these comics contradict the show, which is used to discredit them as a source for discussion, while others see the potential in the scenes that aren't directly contradicted. Fandoms don't always agree on this discussion, so fanon is really up for debate. But you know what isn't? Headcanons. A headcanon is your individual interpretation of the show, and that might include fanfictions, theories, and that Korra and Sami hooked up at the end of the show. Oh, why couldn't you have just told us that they're totally together? Come on. But regardless, your headcanons aren't something that's up for debate. People can disagree with your headcanon and disprove them 500 different ways, but it's up to you to create this canon. It can change as the show grows, or you can keep the same storyline because you said so. When you're using headcanons, make sure to be clear that you're using a headcanon and not the fan canon or official canon. I've seen these three confused so many times and it gets a little annoying, so tread lightly. Even with all that said, there's also speculation, when you take the information set before you and connect the dots. Gravity Falls has a lot of points where the fans can speculate, throwing out theory after theory without defining evidence of it being true. These can be ridiculous but plausible accusations like the Triangle Man being a god, Pinkie Pie having ADHD, or whatever the heck's under Double D's hat. These pieces of speculation can be fun, but they're just theories, so we can spend time discussing and debating their plausibility. With all that out of the way, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll talk a little bit more in the end card. When I wrote about speculation, it reminded me of this video where I explained what is and isn't analysis. Now that I'm looking back, I said that analysis was speculation when analysis is something slightly different. Analysis talks about the stuff that we've already seen, while speculation talks further into the future. A great example of analysis is when I talked about the infamous Philly Vanilli scene, while speculation is when people spout out headcanons and theories about the future. Now with all that said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.